Today, we're going to be answering the question, can we beat every main quest in Tears of the Kingdom without the Paraglider? Because I already beat the game and asked myself, okay, but how can I make myself suffer more? The Paraglider is straight up intended to be required for certain parts of the game. I mean, how would you get past this section without it? But I still thought it would be to see if it was even possible to beat the game without one of its core mechanics. Let's find out if we can beat Tears of the Kingdom without the Paraglider. The first thing that we have to do is to take all of the footage from the tutorial on the Great Sky Island and throw it straight in the garbage, since we don't even get the Paraglider until after this section. Really glad I spent 2 hours playing through it just for this bit. Great, now that that's done, we can dive to Hyrule, pray to Hylia that there's water under us, and the run can truly begin. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Do it. Now that we're safely on the ground, we can head over to Lookout Landing, talk to Pura, and collect the Paraglider. Wait, what? But Ice, I hear you asking, dear viewer, why don't you just not collect the Paraglider? Well, the challenge is to do all main quests and then beat the game, right? Well, to progress the quest line with Pura, we have to at least grab the Paraglider. I mean, at least I think you do. Honestly, I never checked because I thought it would be funnier to have to reset every time I accidentally open it. And since the Paraglider is bound to the same button as jumping, well, let's just say I regret my decisions and move on. Besides, touching the Paraglider won't cause Link to spontaneously combust. Only using it will. Right away, I knew there would be 3 main issues with the possibility of this run. Completing all of the main quests means that we'll eventually need a way to gain height and distance, since there are sky islands we'll need to reach and gaps we'll need to cross for many of the main quests. Link is a little, vertically challenged. Sorry, buddy, but you're not making it to any sky islands with that, so we'll need some way to make up for it. Luckily, what Tears of the Kingdom added in verticality, it makes up for in ingenuity by adding a certain tool. The only issue is getting to it. You see that massive hole over there? Yeah, that's where this particular tool is, and we have to get all the way to the bottom without the Paraglider, and without dying. That's pretty important too, I guess. Coincidentally, there's also a main quest down there as well, so even if we could find another way to gain height, we would still need to get down there somehow. But I mean, there are so many different mechanics and interactions in this game, it can't be that hard, right? I feel like you look over and Link's just like freestyle dancing on his way to his death. Getting to the bottom of that chasm was becoming a major ordeal. I tried a fall damage cancel glitch since I was allowing glitches during the run, but no dice. I tried fusing a bomb to the bottom of my shield. I don't even know what I was thinking there. It was growing more and more hopeless as the chat and I tried ideas for nearly an hour, and Link shattered every bone in his body more times than I could count. But finally, I came up with an idea that was so crazy, it just might work. What if we do this? This could be like... Sometimes the stupidest ideas are the ones that work the best. Oh my god! I didn't expect that to actually work! How did that work? You know what? I probably shouldn't question it. Now that we finally made it to the bottom of the chasm, we have access to... the depths. Okay, so the depths themselves aren't actually all that useful for the challenge. Now that we're down here, though, we can complete the camera work in the depths main quest, accidentally fall off a cliff, oh god, and fumble through the darkness until we finally make it to the abandoned central mine. Finally, all of those attempts to get here will be worth something, since now we can grab... Oh, are you kidding? Hang on, just a second. There, and now we can get what we came here for. The Wonder Tool that will help us gain infinite height and distance. Say hello to Auto Build. If you've never played Tears of the Kingdom before, auto build can store and instantly recreate anything you've previously built at the price of some zonite. Luckily, I know a glitch, strategy to gain an infinite amount of any material. We can use this to create infinite zonite, large zonite charges that we'll need for fuel, and diamonds to sell for rupees. Then all we have to do is pray that we can finish the run before the inflation caused by us basically printing money destroys Hyrule's economy. Auto build is a fantastic tool, but it's really only as good as what you can make with it. While auto build is great, what I was really counting on for certain parts of this challenge was one creation in particular. All we have to do is run to Terrytown, ruin this guy's dreams by cleaning out the zonite part dispenser right in front of him, and use those parts to create our very first hover bike. The hover bike can do a lot. Not only does it gain us major points with Poor Up, it also solves both our height and distance problems. As long as we have large zonite charges for fuel, which I may have less than legitimately produced, we can speed up our travel time and reach Sky Islands without the paraglider. Now that we have our basic tool for getting around, we can actually start working on the main quests. A lot of them are actually covered by the Regional Phenomena main quest, which has us complete a dungeon in each of the main regions of the game. The other main quests that go alongside this are easy, so let's just skip over them. I feel like this is a good time to mention that we do need to complete a minimum of 48 total shrines along the way, since we need 10 hearts and 2 stamina wheels for future main quests. I decided to let the chat vote for which of the 4 areas we would visit first, and of course, they chose the area that slapped our next big problem straight into my face. The Elden region. Now, there's nothing wrong with traversing Elden. It's actually easier than in Breath of the Wild since you don't need the fireproof armor. Above ground, that is. Yeah, the main dungeon for the Elden region is actually in the depths. We can get the fireproof armor pretty easily, but getting down to the dungeon is another story. I know what you're thinking. Ice, just get down there the same way as before. While I admit that we could probably find a creative solution like the last time to reach the depths, the second big issue with the run is finding an easy, permanent way to descend safely. The hover bike is great, but it's about as good at descending as a rock is at floating in water. There will be situations when we won't have the time to run a marathon and find a log to safely cling to whenever we need to descend. So unless you want Link pancakes, we need a better solution. And before you ask, yes, I could technically duplicate fairies until we're immortal, but that's boring. Cheating. It's banned. They're all banned. There is one other thing we could use, though. It'll be a pain to get, but it'll be worth it. Wait, where are the places we have to go again? That took forever, but trust me, it's worth it. We finally have the glide armor. This armor has great advantages even in normal gameplay, but it is invaluable for this challenge. Each piece gives hugely increased mobility in the air, with the only downside being comparably less defense and looking like you're wearing a bad Halloween costume. That's not even the best part though. You see, most armor pieces give you an extra bonus if you wear the whole set. The glide suit is special because that's right, baby. Fall damage immunity. After you upgrade it twice. Did I forget to mention that? This opens up a whole new world to us. Finally, we can use towers to gain height and distance without looking for water to fall into. Oh, and if you're wondering how I activated the towers in the first place, you can just open the map and teleport right out of the air. With that, 2 of our major roadblocks for the run are already cleared. That is, until my save file accidentally got deleted. Long story, don't ask. So I groaned loudly and did everything again. Okay, I'm back. You know, it took a while to get the run going, but things are looking up. Let's get back to Elden and take out some main quests. We need more balls, chat. Stat! Kill him! Kill Yunobo! The road to the top of Death Mountain was perfectly laid out for us, and getting into the depths to reach the Fire Temple was no problem thanks to the glide armor. The temple itself, I mean, come on. It's in a wide open space with barely any walls protecting the places we have to reach, and it doesn't restrict Zonite devices. Do the math. Is the boss gonna be as easy as the rest of the temple, though? Oh my god, no! Well, I guess that answers that question. And just like that, one of the 4 regions is down. The Gerudo region is up next. Oh my god! There we go. Yeah, there's not much to say here. I mean, honestly, I can't think of a single place in any of these main quests where the paraglider is even intended to be used. Needless to say, these main quests weren't any harder than normal. Except for this damn bug. Not even because of the paraglider. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but I've always had a hard time fighting this boss. Next up, we finally get to an area that might pose some problems. The Zora region. I never noticed the first time that I was here, but this muck is annoying. The fact that I can't just fly over it makes it a lot more tedious to deal with. Not that that really impacts the challenge. Only my mental state. At least we can still move normal speed by spin attacking through it. Other than that, it's fairly easy to go through all the main quests leading up to the temple. The only difficult part is accepting the fact that Sidon has a fiance.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
After getting the Zora armor and the ability to swim up waterfalls, there is one little snag. You see, we need to swim up this massive waterfall to reach the dungeon since it's on a massive chain of sky islands. We can follow Sidon up, but upon reaching the top... Oh no. Swimming up a waterfall automatically deploys the paraglider. I tried everything that I could think of, but I would either cancel too early and not have enough height, or be stuck in an animation that ended with Link pulling out the paraglider. I mean, technically we can mash B and put the paraglider away before it shows up on screen, but you can clearly still hear the paraglider sound effect. Nope. You know what? I'm counting that as a paraglider use. I'm a man of integrity, so I'll be doing this the hard way. Luckily, one of my viewers came up with an ingenious invention that would hit Link and cancel the animation just in time. Actually, that looks like a lot of time and effort. That, I'm taking the hover bike. Yeah, I originally assumed that we had to take the waterfall up since that's what Sidon did, but no. We can actually get up there any way we want. Getting to the temple from there was no problem at all. Awesome, we are on a roll with completing these main quests. I figured that now is as good a time as any to go and grab the Master Sword, especially since we have so few weapon slots. All we have to do is fly over to Zelda and grab it. We do need 2 full stamina wheels, but we had plenty of shrines completed along the way at this point, so it's no problem. Whew. Well, it took a while, but we got 3 of the 4 regions completed and a bunch of other main quests along the way. The final region, though, it's a little different. You see, out of all the things that I was worried about for this run, one thing was the most concerning. There were so many unknowns, and if anything was going to stop the run from succeeding, I figured that it would be this. The problem is the entire Rito region. The Rito region is a problem for a few reasons. Most of the main quests after meeting Tulin are specifically designed with paraglider usage in mind, since Tulin's ability gives you extra distance while paragliding. Since we can't do that, he's basically useless. On top of that, a couple of the shrines are insanely difficult without the paraglider. I mean, we don't have to do them, but I saw a challenge and I had to try it, okay? After teaming up with Tulin, we have to reach one of the highest points in the entire game. There are some places that we need to go for cutscene triggers, but otherwise it's relatively easy to fly to the top with the hoverbike to reach the Wind Temple. The challenges presented by the Wind Temple are the most difficult to complete without the paraglider thus far. But with some precise piloting... Look at that driving, I'm a pro! Gliding... Okay. I'm so stupid! And stuff that I'm almost positive isn't supposed to work. What? You're kidding me! That works! We can reach the boss fight. Out of all the challenges in the Rito region, the Colgera is the most terrifying. Before starting the run, I had a couple major worries about the fight. First, the fight might just restrict Zonai devices completely, or have a void out zone that respawns Link if he gets too low. I didn't know for sure since I just used the Paraglider on my first playthrough. The other worry was some enemies in Tears of the Kingdom have an attack that just destroys Zonai devices. If any of those things happened, we might just be screwed because we need to gain height to damage the boss. Well, there's only one way to find out. You can land down here. Beautiful. Okay. We got it! Oh my god, I didn't think this would be possible, but it looks like we're going to...
Here they come again!
What the? What?
Hang on, let's try that again.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. No!
Oh no. No, 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 no. Not like this. The tornadoes move faster than the hoverbike and every other thing that I try to build. I hate to say it after coming this far, but this might be the end. Okay, let me try this. Oh, I can't believe it. Attaching rockets to an arrow increases the range and allows us to hit the Colgera even from the ground. I can't believe what I'm about to say, but we don't even need the hoverbike for this entire fight. And just like that, the entire Rito region, the biggest problem for the entire run, is down. We do have to do some final main quest cleanup by going to the depths and getting the final sage, but all of the tools that we picked up along the way makes it easily doable. Now all that's left is to fly to Hyrule Castle and... Wait, what? The memories? Oh my god, the memories! I completely forgot about those. Ah! There we go. All main quests completed except defeat Ganondorf and save Zelda. Now it's time to fly to Hyrule Castle and finish this run once and for all. And with one final swing, we can prove that, yes, we can complete every main quest in Tears of the Kingdom without the Paraglider. It's so cool, man. I can't get over it. It's so good. Thank you all so much for watching. I put a ton of work into this, so if you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.